had a new young male science teacher. I raised my hand to ask him a question, but accidentally called him daddy. Nah, bro. I know you hated it as much as I did, simply because it was the most embarrassing, awkward, confusing time of our lives, but I asked you to send me your juicy / concerning school stories and y'all delivered. So grab your snacks, grab your tea, and let's get into this. One day in class, I wasn't listening to the teacher. She must have been mad at the couple of boys and suddenly raised her voice. It scared me so much that I shat my pants. A couple of minutes later, the teacher said, "Who farted?" I was so embarrassed that I told the teacher that I was sick and went home.
Did you guys hear that? I'm scared.
How old were you? If you're a kindergartner, you know, if you're in 1st grade, maybe even 2nd grade, I'd be like, all right, you know, like kids, they poop themselves all the time. If you were like a sophomore and you're like, yeah, I totally just shat myself. Nah, bro, nah, I would not leave my room for a bit. Actually, you know, let me change that. I would stay locked up in my bathroom for a while until I made sure everything was out of my system and then chill out in my room and then maybe go back to school next week. On the bright side, at least people think it was a fart and not a shart. We hope. I know someone in my school who takes the milk cartons and puts them in the bathroom ceiling. No one has found the person yet, LMAO. That is so minuscule, but so menacing at the same time. So I'm gonna put this out. It's giving nuisance. Why are you doing that? Why? And like the worst part is, you know that milk is just gonna spoil and stink up the entire bathroom. And then no one's gonna know where it's coming from. So you know, now that I think about it, I guess it kind of is an evil genius, because who would guess it's coming from the ceiling? No one. But then I'm like, really, dude, this is how you're choosing to spend your free time? I feel like there are better hobbies out there. Kids a nuisance, but I guess it could be worse. It could always be worse. In my high school, there was a girl who would pee in the soap dispensers, so yeah, I always had hand sanitizer with me. Maybe they're not so bad after all. In like 3rd grade, I sat next to a guy who I hated, who was afraid of the Haribo gummy bear severely.
Huh?
So every day I would hide the little bear on the plastic bags in his backpack or desk, and he ended up moving schools because of a gummy bear? Nah, there is some childhood trauma here that I really need to unpack with this kid. Why are you terrified of the Haribo gummy bear? What did he do? It's a gummy bear. The worst they could do to you is nothing in comparison to what you can do to them, which is eat them. That's crazy. Denial is a river. If I was ever confronted about this, I'd be like, no, it didn't happen. If I really hated him that much, I would gaslight him and be like, how did that get there? A lot of girls in my school stuck used pads on the wall in the bathroom. It's giving nuisance. Why? Why? I have never sat on a toilet, looked at my crusty, dusty, musty, period blood covered pad and thought, this is sticky. If it can stick to my underwear, I'm sure it could also stick to the wall in this public restroom for other people to admire my bloody used pad.
That is disgusting.
And I cannot even begin to imagine the smell. Nah, I would simply hold my pee the entire day at school. I'd get a UTI for sure, but at least I don't have to deal with bloody pads on the wall.
I'll make you sick.
So I was around, let's say 11, and I came up with this idea to send my teachers my mom's nudes. Yes, her nudes. They still don't know it was me, so I guess I'm okay. I love you too, girl, but I don't know how okay you are. Cause like, what the, hello 911? Why are you your mom's #1 enemy? That's your mom. She's supposed to be your girl and you're supposed to be her girl and you're leaking her own nudes? Wow, it really be the ones closest to you, huh? That's crazy. Let me find out my kid is the one leaking my nudes. Disowned. I don't know you. You don't live here anymore. Who? Never heard of her.
Sorry to this man.
Why do you have your mom's nudes? And why are you distributing your mom's nudes? Can your mom sue you? Oh my God, your mom's gonna This is not girls behavior. Now this teacher thinks your mom was making a move on them. Oh my, what if your teacher confronted mom or told dad? Nah, y'all messy. Messy. When I was in 1st grade, I walked into the bathroom on the first day of school and saw a 6th grader and a 5th grader doing it. I didn't know what sex was, so I walked in and tried to join them. Ew, these are children. Hello 911. I feel illegal just reading this.
Call the police.
We need to call the police.
Listen, I know middle school is where you start to get corrupted and start learning some things. I wasn't born yesterday, but I was definitely born in the time enough to know not to be 10 years old trying to do the hanky-panky in a school bathroom.
You better be joking.
I can't. Again, I would simply never use a public school restroom ever again. My gyno would be sick of me with all my UTIs.
Oh shit, here we go again.
I'll admit that I was not subscribed to Just Sharon, and I think that is horrific. I love you to the moon and back too, and I agree. If you like tea and girl talk and giggling and having fun, why else wouldn't you be subscribed? So please subscribe. Thank you. Love ya. Okay. When I was in 4th grade, I got my first period and I was sitting beside my crush at the time. He literally looked at the blood puddle on my chair and puked. This might be a hot take, but I'm gonna say it. Sucks, but you'll be okay. And more than anything, it sucks more for your crush than for you because he's the one who threw up at a natural bodily function. Our uteruses just decide to shed themselves every month for whatever reason. I know the reason. It's because we're not having a baby. But like, did we really need to bleed every month? There surely could have been another way. Like maybe bleeding for 5 seconds just to let us know, hey, you're not pregnant this month, good job. That would have been fine. I really think the uterus is doing too much. And so is this dude for throwing up. Whatever. He'll be fine. Hopefully. We went to an open house to meet my teachers. There's this one teacher that doesn't like me because I once really had to go pee and she didn't let me, so I ran out. As you should. You meant to let me get a UTI, teach? Wow, take a shot every time I talk about a UTI. Alcohol poisoning. Anyways, when she met my parents, she told them she thought I was pregnant. When I got home, they asked me about it and my parents didn't believe me. I was grounded for 2 weeks and I had to take a pregnancy test every other day, and if they all came out negative, then I was ungrounded. Hold up, you tell me a teacher got in my business and in my parents' business because I had to do a natural bodily function in the restroom, all of a sudden I'm pregnant?
What?
Next time the teacher goes to the restroom, just tell everyone she's pregnant. How about that? 7 days I had to pee on a stick because my teacher thought I was pregnant simply because I went to the bathroom when she told me I couldn't. That's crazy. Denial is a river. That's the only way I would get over this situation, is by telling myself it was a fever dream and it didn't happen, because I would just be pissed and I would turn this teacher into my #1 public enemy. Girl, I had to piss. Chill. And parents, y'all didn't believe your kid? Okay. Noted. Hit me up when you're on the verge of going to a retirement home. We'll see how this plays out.
And
On the first day of school, one of my teachers called me a cow in front of all my classmates. And when my parents emailed her about it, the following day she said, I don't even remember saying that. Are you sure that's what I said? By the way, I love you too and I'm glad you enjoy my videos. Yes, Teach. I'm very positive because it would be very difficult to forget someone calling me a cow. It's giving nuisance because how are you trying to gaslight me right now? Really, Teach? A cow? That's messed up. Nah, you gotta call her a cow now and then gaslight her and be like, are you sure that's what I said? I don't think that's what I said. Karma hates to see me coming. I'll take it in my own hands, girl. On middle school orientation day, I unknowingly started my period and I severely bled through onto my light khaki pants. When I saw, I wrapped a jacket around my waist, but when the teacher noticed, she told me to take it off because we had a school uniform and it wasn't a school jacket. I tried telling her I bled through my pants and she just shook her head and giggled. I got dried coochie blood on my pants and you're giggling? Sucks, but you'll be okay. I don't know how I feel about Teach though. It's kind of giving nuisance. I'm not gonna lie, because again, why are you giggling? It's almost giving mean girl energy. Teach, have you never had a period leak?
not demure.
It'll be fine. You know, there are worse things that could happen. It's just a little period leak. Happens to the best of us. If you have a uterus, eventually you will have a period leak. We must deal with it. And maybe, you know, maybe teachers giggling about that. Maybe teachers like, hee hee, I remember when that happened to me, but it's still giving mean girl, Teach.
I'm watching you, Wazowski. Always watching.
Okay, so basically on the first day of school, I walked up to my crush and farted on him. Why would you do that? I like how they're like, farted on him. Girl.
BFFR.
Someone had a crush on me and they came up to me and they farted on me. I would simply never talk to this person again. I would never breathe in their direction again. This person does not exist to me anymore because they farted on me. It's giving nuisance. Did you think this would make your crush fall in love with you? Unless your crush is like one of those weirdos, and you know, full offense, I'm so sorry. One of those weirdos that's like into people farting on them. I don't see how this would have worked out in your favor.
I'm scared.
Would not recommend. I had a new young male science teacher. I raised my hand to ask him a question, but accidentally called him daddy. The whole class laughed and avoided me all year. Nah, bro. Yes, mommy.
Ew, this is so cringe. Guilty.
I'm gonna have to put this at don't leave your room. But the problem is I wouldn't leave my room ever again unless I had a new teacher. Daddy? I am afraid I'm gonna have to drop out and be homeschooled by my actual daddy now. I met this girl. Let's call her Ferrari. Okay, interesting nickname. I would like to know why, but okay. We became friends and we're always together. In February, I think this all happened in 8th grade, she confessed something that was so bad. She told me she was dating my dad and using me for him. Ew. I love you too. And I guess I'm glad that you hate her now. What? Hello 911, because what do you mean an 8th grader is dating my dad? And hold up, you hate her and not your dad. Your dad is a certified PDF file. I don't know how to say that nicely.
Say Drake, I hate you like I'm young.
Your daddy should be in jail for dating an 8th grader. Ew.
Jail, jail.
I like how this person is like, they were using me all this time to date my father. Babes, your dad was using them. Your dad is a boomer, but with a But anyways, shout out the day goes to Silly Circus Shenanigans. I got you, boo. Thanks for being here. If you enjoyed this and you want some more tea, don't forget to subscribe for some more chaotic story times. But all that being said, stay safe out there. Make some calls if you need to. Love ya. Bye. What's going on?